Hello, this is Mark with Beauty Bleep, working on a daily Devil Daggers type shooting game. Today I'm going to look at adding some more weapons. I'm using the UFPS template. I also want to make the pistol unlimited, or have unlimited ammo. So let's go ahead and just take a shot and see what we can do. Oh yes, and if anyone shows up, please be patient. Oh, where was I? So I want to see. Can't seem to duplicate it. That break it? Nope. It's effectively unlimited. Alright, if you go through 100, then you'll notice that you lose, you'll eventually start noticing that ammo's being depleted, but that's more ammo than this will ever fire in my game, so that's a fine way to just make it unlimited ammo. So let's try the prefabs. I'm guessing. Yep. These, one of these. One of these. No idea why I lost the weapons there. I don't like that null ref. I said they disappeared when they're used up, so. As I said, they're not reloadable. Still have that external call thing going on. Just disable that real quick. Okay, so getting rid of that attempt auto reload did what I wanted. Let's see. I have no melee weapons. I don't know why that was so hard to figure out.
lost their hero to the enemy. They went looking for the perfect soldier to rescue him. They found some guy who couldn't even jump. Let me tell you about the man I met when I was young.
Mr. Joe, I'm here to rescue you.
This year, a new hero will rise. A mechanical arm will extend. And heads
Your number's up, monster!
will explode.
Get the heck out of here, you nerd! Join up behind him! Dog of the Federation! I'm not gonna make it! I will take over your army and rule the world.
Just when you thought 2D gaming was over and done, it's brought back to life. As if it was a long-dead World War II dictator resurrected by a madman as part of a plan for world domination.
Self-destruction sequence activated.
2 times the action. 2 times the excitement. 2/3 the dimensions. Bionic Commando rearmed. For the fans. By a bunch of other fans.
I'm trying to find the model to determine, because I'm just materializing everything right now. I guess let me look at pick up. actually okay with you being gray and your weapons being black. That's relatively okay. I just wish I could figure out. So I found their hands. I haven't yet found the blood sounds. Some materials on a shotgun. Yeah, whatever. Alright, so mission would be a really easy way. materials and just do like some emissive stuff. But for now, I'm just going with nothing. I was trying to get the pistol. I have no idea why this pistol broke. That was the problem initially. I broke it. Let's just go ahead and... Alright, so I have managed to get everything to use this basically non-material except the shotgun shells. So, let's try some of these spawners we found. Let's try. Alright, let's see prefabs. Alright, so all they have is a security cam and an AI turret, so they don't really have anything super interesting. Alright, so I don't necessarily want it to do... Let me look at what this random range is, see if I can set the key on. Because if I can, then I can just use a... So, I don't want a real random in anything, because I want to pass in a seed so that everybody can run the same course, with the same spawns and the same kind of situations. So this spawner can actually work for me, even to spawn enemies. So what I can do is scale the pickups and make them emissive and make them spin. And I can actually, what I've done before is make this invisible but make it walk around, and then make it spawn random times, and it can even spawn like enemies that spawn enemies if I want. But let's just go ahead and start changing out this random range for something that is more deterministic. Now, of course, I'm going to have issues with frame timing if I use a deterministic random number generator. That doesn't necessarily mean that it will be purely deterministic if these fire in different orders. But I don't care how it rotates. I don't care how it pitches. I just want to make sure I get the same object each time. So that's fine. Generating one. So I'm thinking I want to make my, well, what I'd like to do, it's a little bit in the future, but I'd like to make my combat a little bit more like tribes-like, make you move faster and give you skiing. Oh, it's got a respawner. Got it. None of the rest of these do. Oh, they do. Got it. It's this right here. Yeah, this feels alright. So. So something's resetting them. So I gotta figure out what is referencing the weapon camera. is so dumb. Alright, that was an incredibly stupid way to, weapon camera offset we wanted, but it worked. Yourself a favor and make sure you're all organized at least a little bit early, otherwise things will get really out of control. Alright, so what do we want to do next? Let's look at UFPS AIs. Pretty old. That's updated May 18th. Okay.
Awesome Soldier with our newest solution of Shoot AI 2.0. So this is a very quick setup, and this should be your first tutorial that you should watch to see how to set up your character. You need absolutely zero coding experience. You just need basic knowledge of Unity and how the Unity scene works and the project. Okay, let's get to it. First, open up a scene, preferably with a player character or someone or already pre-built AI, and we'll just start off with creating the weapon for the AI. We recommend that you make the weapon first, as this will allow the wizard that creates the AI itself, to actually to make the AI specialize on the weapon that you created. It basically adds a bit more features to it. Okay, so first open up, just import and drag and drop in your weapon. We're just using an M4 that we found on the internet. You can delete the animator if you want to, or if you have some animations that you want to play back, you leave it there. If you need to do any customization, any modifications of the model of anything whatsoever, we recommend doing it now, as later on it might get complicated due to how Shoot AI works. Okay, next we click on Tools, Shoot AI, Create New Weapon. We'll just say Tutorial Weapon, and we'll just drag and drop this weapon in. And Shoot AI handles everything for you. Then we can just delete this weapon, and here we have it. Here we see the weapon has now got the Gateway Games weapon script, a box collider, which is a bit off. The box collider should be roughly the size of your weapon. It should roughly just go around it, so that when it's
so you
dropping,
get a model, make a collider on it.
Realistic, and also the rigid body. In the weapon, you can edit all parameters about the weapon. For example, how much damage it does by default, whether it's region-based, global-based damage model, how much, whether it's going to use a raycast or projectile, whether both hands hold it, left, right, or just none. It's a levitating weapon, ranged, melee, stuff like that. If you want detailed description on it, go to Tools, Shoot AI, Help and Support. Here you will find our tutorial playlist, where we also explain in greater depth all of this, but the best way you can find information about individual
I think I want to use this then.
which is
I've implemented all this before, and it's a real pain.
And here you can see, for example, the weapon, and here every single parameter is explained. Also, you can always open up the script itself, and we've commented greatly on all scripts in Shoot AI, so that you can easily understand what's happening, what each variable does. It's very easy to modify itself as well. Okay, so now we finished our weapon. Let's create the character. So first, import your soldier, or whatever is going to fight it. Here we have a nice model. And first thing you have to do is to make the scale correct. We can drag and drop to see it. And the very important thing is, because due to how Unity calculates rotations and stuff. If you do not have a uniform scale, either in the scale factor or here, like for example, uniform scale means that all x, y, and z are all equal, like right now, 1, 1, 1, or 2, 2, 2. Basically, if one of them is 1, 1, 2, that's a non-uniform scaling, and that will mess up all calculations. So always have a uniform scale. Next, we have to make the model mechanism enabled. So go to your model import settings, go to rig, under animation type, select humanoid, and avatar definition is created from this model. Then click configure. You can save the scene, and the and mechanism will basically usually assign everything correctly. Yeah. Once you finish, click done, and if you need to, apply. Now your soldier is mechanism enabled. What we do next is make a ragdoll. So click on game object, create other, ragdoll. Now we just need to assign the bones under the hierarchy of the soldier. So there are lots of tutorials out there that explain this in greater detail, explain this better than what I can do, and also the Unity documentation itself explains it quite nicely. So if you're puzzled by some things, want to modify something, just search for ragdoll Unity. Basically that will give everything that you need to know. Okay, you just need to drag and drop basically in a logical way, like left arm and left forearm is the left elbow. It's very easy and very easy to understand. And we're almost finished. Just drag and drop the head and click create. As you will see now, there are character joints, rigid bodies, and capsule colliders on individual parts of the mesh. And if you want to see, just want to debug it quite quickly, just click play, and you'll see it fall down very nicely. Okay, one more thing before we're finished with the model itself is due to the way that we're using our own IK solution created by Peter Lang from Final IK, we just need to basically set up our arms in such a way that they are rotated in the way that they're going to hold the weapon. I'll show you quite quickly. So open up the hierarchy and go to your right arm, for example. Then click E, or the rotation, and then and also pivot. That's very important. And then you can rotate it in the way, just a little bit, just a couple of degrees, in the way that a normal rotation would occur. So that means the arm will rotate on the y-axis, and a bit on the z and x. And we just have to do this for the right forearm as well. We just need to show this is so that when the system launches at the start of the game, it will understand where it can rotate the hands and the arms so that it looks very realistic and really AAA. And also the right hand, which can go like this and like this. Yeah. So we've got our right hand done. Now we do the same for the left hand. So the arm first. It doesn't matter how much you rotate it. It could be either 90 degrees or like this much, just so that the system knows in which direction it can rotate the arms. Then the left forearm. Then the left hand. We're also bringing out a better tutorial on this by Peter Lang himself, and he'll be explaining in greater detail how to set up the whole system in the best way possible. So now we've got the soldier finished. It doesn't matter if the arms are different. The inverse kinematic system, the system that makes the AI hold the weapon realistically, it will make everything automatically nice. Okay, so we're almost finished. Just click Tools, Shoot AI, Create New Character, and here just type the name of the AI, Tutorial AI. Select the navigation system that the AI should use. You can either use A*, which is a bit harder to learn, but has a more open API, more features, more options. We recommend this for advanced users, but if you're just starting off, we recommend Unity Nav Mesh. This is the built-in system. And just drag and drop the soldier model, the soldier ragdoll, into the ragdoll slot, and the finished weapon over here. And then create AI. We can delete the soldier and the weapon that we made, and we'll just have our finished AI here. As you can see, the weapon has been now attached into the hierarchy of the AI. Lots of scripts have been added, lots of children have been added. We recommend that you explore this, and you can open up every single script. Most of them are quite easy and intuitive, or if you're having some problems, you can check up in the manual or on our tutorial playlist. Also, if you open up the scripts, they've got lots of comments, so you can basically understand what each variable and parameter does. Okay, so we're just going to modify a bit the patrol manager. As you can see, this pink triangle, this shows how the AI will be moving. This is the patrol path, which we want to modify that a bit. So open up the hierarchy of the AI, click patrol manager, and here you see the waypoint list. We have, by default, the AI has 3 waypoints built in. You can expand this list up to any number you want. It doesn't matter. Just drag and drop transforms in, which signify where the AI should go. Once you open up the patrol manager, you can just position each and every waypoint nicely. So, and then once we click on the patrol manager, it shows us quite nicely how the AI will be running around. Before we're finished, we just need to set up so that the AI knows who the enemy is. By default, everything is already built in for a nice soldier. You may need to modify some speeds, some stats, for example, well, whether it can crouch or not, stuff like that. But it's very easy. It's quite easy to understand, and also nice explained in the manual. So we just set the tag of the enemy to player. Well, set that by default, and also the tag of the bullet to bullet. The tag of bullets is basically a feature for when you're using projectiles to show how bullet damage occurs and stuff like that. But if you're using raycasting, as in our whole demo here, then you just say tag of bullet, but then it just won't do anything. It's not very important. Okay, so now we should be finished, and we can go ahead and run the game. So here we see the AI. It still hasn't noticed us. It has noticed us, and as you can see, it holds the weapon nicely by default. At the top left corner, our health is going down, and we can shoot the AI, and the ragdoll engages nicely, and we have a fully working AI here. Thank you very much. This was the quick setup tutorial. As you saw, no coding experience required, no coding at all even needed, just the basic Unity knowledge and shoot AI. Hello, I'm Nikita Macro from Gateway Games, and today we'll be looking at how to implement custom models into already made prefabs in Shooter. If you're it's or you can just keep it deactivated, doesn't really matter. It's supported as the default weapon holding and the in Hello, I'm Nikita Macro from Gateway Games, and today
You know what? I am okay with... Yeah. I'm okay with using this, and so I'm thinking of having constantly depleting health. But so I'm thinking of constantly depleting health. You'll gain as much health as you do damage. and the spawns are just going to happen. Kind of like devil daggers or something, where it's just going to keep coming at you. So managing your health throughout the time epoch is going to be kind of a major part. Start the music.